Hello everyone. Welcome to stream. It is you oh, hold on, wait, I just realized my here we go. There's a little mic setting that was turned off. Hello everyone. Welcome. Welcome to Goose Stream. It is your sketchy neighborhood goose. Welcome everyone. Welcome Madam Gloopsand. Welcome Adra. I may not be working, but there's no way I can miss Slay the Princess, so I shall be listening along. Yeah, I would hope that you wouldn't miss out. You know, all things considered. But welcome. Happy to have you. Welcome Gerbil. Someone forgot to turn on the color. Call this hand-drawn. Yep. Yep, it's the hand-drawn stream. No, this, as you all obviously know, this game has a very specific art style. I'm actually I'm a huge fan of the kind of pencil sketchy kind of style, so I whipped this bad boy up last night just to have some fun with it. Why not? It's been a while since we had a goose outfit, you know? Too long, I feel. But we are here. We're here to play some Slay the Princess. I've been real excited for this. Stream says Balatro. Did it not save? Shoot. Hold on. It didn't save. Damn it. My OBS was updating earlier and it was freaking out, so it makes sense. Hold on, let me switch it. Thank you for keeping me honest. Sorry, give me 1 second on this. Switch for Slay the Princess. There we go. Boop, boop, boop. You should do a hot tub stream next time. Yeah, I'll just ape Mice Man's bit next year. I'll do the goose hand hot tub stream. Done. Okay, perfect. It should say Slay the Princess now. Look up AI generated handballs. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we'll look at some AI generated handballs on stream. I was almost gonna do a stream a day early and do an April Fool's stream, but ultimately I was doing some other stuff for the funsies, and then I thought, oh, the coffee is a funny idea. I don't know. I always see stuff like that where it's like a YouTuber being like, I'm decided to make my own thing that has nothing to do with my content, and I'm like, that's a good bit. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go with the coffee bit. Goose is a known coffee drink. Yeah, I don't even drink. I don't even drink coffee. I drink tea. I'm a tea guy. But, you know, on April Fools, anything's possible. Fun fact: I actually can make that coffee, legitimately. I got an email for Hedge's merch stuff that says a bunch of new things that we could potentially like stock in the store, and one of them is coffee. So I just used the design tool for that to whip up the the goose brew, but like could make coffee legitimately. I don't think I would do that for Goose Hand, but you know, maybe we'll make some Edie Valley coffee or something. That'd be funny. Correct game now. All right, cool. Cool. Let's switch this puppy over. Oh wow, I'm super unprepared today. I didn't game capture. Elderhog coffee. Yeah, I was gonna do kind of like a Starbucksy Elderhog logo kind of thing. Something like that. It'd be funny. Clarence gets a side gig at the coffee shop. Also a good one. Also a really good one. Yeah, see, there's a lot of directions I could go. That's why I think it would be kind of funny. All right, here we go. Why is the game captured tiny? No, become full screen. All right. Oh, I know why it is. Never mind. Can I undo that? It's because this isn't full screen. I'll full screen it in a second. This is a horror game. It's not intended for all audiences. Please visit our website if you need full list of content warnings. Slay the Princess contains flickering image effects as well as a parallax effect on rare occasions that has caused motion sickness. Well, you all have been warned. You've been warned. Oh yeah, also I did fully sketch out every little emote here so I can, except I hop for that one? That one didn't get rigged right. Yeah, I'm just hopping mad, you know? Big eyes, big ooh eyes, angry brow. You can't really see the angry brows. I'll save the stare for a special occasion. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have the heart to see them through. There are no premature endings. There are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. Adra in the chat, this is a love story. All right, let's quickly pop this to full. There we go, that's better. Also, okay. So I've heard that this game has really good voice acting, and all respect and praise to the voice actors of this game. I think for stream's sake, I'm gonna turn that off just so that I have something to do. But or maybe we'll listen to them for a little bit and then we'll turn them off so that I can read. That seems like a lot of effort. If you wanna hear the voice acting for this game, go buy it. I guess you could watch it. YouTube. Don't watch it. Go buy the game. Support them. Go support the game. Music, I'm just gonna turn down a bit. Why does the desktop audio say there's no sound coming through? Are you guys not getting the game's audio? Is there music playing for you guys right now? It's telling me that there's no desktop audio coming through, which is really weird. I hear nothing. Oh, good. Can't hear music. Why is that? Hold on, let me... Oh, okay, it's... I see why now. I see the problem. I just cranked up the music volume. Let me crank it up, the actual desktop audio. There we go. I found the problem. It was set to like the right volume on the slider, but it accidentally had a property. I was recording stuff yesterday, and I forgot to uncheck the property that like silences it, like it dampens the gain on it. There we go. You should hear more music now. Okay. Yes, also this very much looks like a love story. You're right. But no, I have seen a little art of this game just because it's, like there's the stuff on the Steam page and whatnot. That's kind of why I went with a kind of the similar like hash style for the background and stuff for this. I wanted to make it look somewhat in style, you know? Let's get a new game going. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess. Also, Adris said there's only 2 voice actors and they both did very good. Yeah, no, I'd be curious to see what they kind of sound like, but I think for stream's sake, it'll just be better to read it myself. But I'll go back and listen to them afterwards. And again, anyone who is here that doesn't already have this game, just go get it. Why not? Why not?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin, and in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Way to put some pressure on me, narrator. All right. Oh, okay, so I've got... Wow, I have a lot of... Holy shit, I have a lot of options. All right, hold on. The end of the world, what are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Killing a princess seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do this? Forget it, I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Do I get some sort of reward for doing this? Oh, okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet, I've always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la revolucion. Silently continue the cabin, turn around and leave. Wow, alright. Should probably get some context. I'm gonna start with some context.
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds. No more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Holy shit. Are all of these like individual branching paths? Like, I know some of these are repeating, but like, that option just opened up a bunch of new options. How can a princess be locked away to place her in the world? If you don't tell me why she's dangerous, I'm not gonna kill her. Yeah, honestly. So the explore options are usually for gaining info, not necessarily a path. Okay, good to know.
She's not dangerous. She's just a princess. The danger comes if she gets out, which she will, unless you do something about it.
Okay, what happens if she gets out then?
The more specifics you have, the harder it will be for you to do this very important job. She's a princess. People will listen to her because listening to her is in their nature. And when they do, everything will come crashing down.
Do you have any evidence to back this up?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Look, I'll go into the cabin and I'll talk to her. If she's as bad as you say then she is, maybe I'll slay her, but I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face. Yeah.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
Damn it, Gerbil. How bad could she be? She's just doing things oligarchically. Yeah, close enough.
Then each and every one of us is doomed. So sure, go talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going through... oh, the voice of the hero.
This is not me, though. Because I have a... Huh.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Ah, the voices. Okay, so I just have voices. Good to know.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed to the cabin. Aedra is familiar with the voices. I think we're all familiar with the voices, you know?
The interior of the cabin is entirely bare, lone for one man sitting across from you with a deck of cards. He says, "Welcome, traveler. It's been a while since I've had a good challenge." The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna take the blade. But, you know.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
I don't know. When someone just says, "Hey, you have to go kill a person," and I say, "Why?" And they say, "Well, she's not like bad or anything. I just kind of want her dead because things will happen that I don't want." It just makes me think the narrator is bad.
Yeah, if she gets out, then things I don't want to happen will happen, so, you know.
I could slay a princess without a blade. Yeah, and Mice Man can fight a goose.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
I could also slay a princess with asterisks.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Oh fuck, yeah, but if there's no voice, I'm gonna have to read the princess. Oh god.
Who's there? She sounds dangerous.
I don't think she does.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you, it's all part of the manipulation.
Hey, I think I'm here to kill you. I'm gonna just continue. I'm almost here.
Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
I noticed that this other chain that should probably be tied to her other arm is just not, for whatever reason. She sounds dangerous, complimentary.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
What? No way. Okay, yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you. No, I haven't decided yet. I'm just here to talk. I mean, I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she's really a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Already we're making the tough choices. Also, by the way, obligatory the princess is here moment. Gotta...
Princess?
Yeah, can we get some awoogas in the chat, please? You should drop the blade. I don't... I don't know if I want to. Like, the problem is like, I can talk to you and hold a knife, you know? What's she gonna do, spit on you? She's literally chained to a wall. Okay, but she's half chained to a wall. I don't know if she broke this other half or not. Have a chat without the threat of violence. I did a chat.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Remember, this is a love story. That is true.
Thank you.
I did not want to approach. I just wanted to drop the knife and talk to her. I do not want to be this close without my blade. Game.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. Unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So, here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
A relationship? Are you coming on to me? I'm here because you're supposed to end the world. There's people out there that think you're gonna end the world. Yeah.
Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world. I think.
She says, making a mischievous little face.
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
Deflect. What are you gonna do if you get out of here? I've been told enough. I was hoping you'd tell me. No, but I'm sure they have their reasons. And if I'm being honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than I'm inclined to trust them. Yeah, honestly, I was kind of hoping she'd tell me.
Ending the world seems like an awful lot for just one person to do. I wouldn't even know where to start.
I believe her. That's not the voice of the hero, that's the voice of horny. It's just like, the narrator is just like, you fool. She's going to end the world, and the fucking voice of the hero is just like, Prince, oh, boob, Prince, she's fine, guys. She's great.
She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why.
It's not horny, it's a very pure, wholesome love story. They literally told you this at the start of the game. Yes, no, absolutely. For sure.
That doesn't sound right to me, and I don't think it sounds right to you either, otherwise we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
Hold on. Hold on, we'd be killing each other? If you were such an innocent little princess, and I'm this hero with a blade and you're strapped to a wall all helpless, we wouldn't be killing each other. I'd be killing you. Just, Would you not fight back if someone was trying to kill you? Don't gaslight me, chat. I'm using my noodle.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
His eyes aren't real and his brain is a noodle. Yeah, my brain is just like a single piece of like dried, uncooked macaroni.
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
I do want to say a relationship be coming on to me. Because it's an explore option, so I think it's just going to lead back to these choices.
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
Cool, that's what I thought. What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
I think she kind of looks like Mercile. I could see it. It's obviously a very different style, so it's a little hard to like equate the two. Also, I love the parallaxing, by the way. It's really nice. It's a good effect. But like I can see if she was in full color, and again with the elf ears, I think it would really sell it more. I see it.
You could address me as your Royal Highness. Or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
How long have you been down here? Too long.
How would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key, then? I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't... well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right? She is. I'm sure of it.
Okay, we've talked enough.
Have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
I'm getting you out of here. I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do. The problem is that I don't trust her. Between the killing each other comments, her not giving me any information. Like, if you were in this scenario and you're like, oh, dude, I'm just an innocent person that's been trapped down here wrongfully. You know, like, I'd be like, yeah, my name is such and such. This is why I think I'm down here. Trust. It's about trust. Set her free. Trust, trust, trust. No! I don't want to trust. Trust is going to get me killed. I have trust issues. Goose Hand Trust Issue Hour. She's a princess. You don't get to use her name. You use titles. Yeah, well, she's also at my mercy, so... Show some proper etiquette. Chat will hate you if you don't. Free the lady. Free the lady. Fine. Fine. But let it be known for the record that I would have picked this option. I think we should keep her locked and have her actually start giving me information before I make any crazy decisions about the fate of the world. But sure, let's blindly do it for the horny. You just want her locked up so you can keep staring at her shoulders. Hey. Shut up.
Oh, you have to be kidding me. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't just have left the key to her chain somewhere in the cabin.
I'm gonna check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around up there somewhere, and if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free. I'll be here.
You make your attempt... you attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here? You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Hey, let me out of here!
You shout and pleas your shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You are here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Okay, well, let's just save her slay. Because my thought is, like, why would I cut your arm off? That's not gonna let us out of here. But what, if you're this innocent princess, what can you do to the door that I couldn't do? You know what I mean? Alright, yeah, I cut your hand off. Then what? Then we're stuck down here and you bleed out and die. So if you're gonna die anyway... Top left to save your game so you can scum, by the way. Oh, yeah. Auto. Save. Oh, there is a save, yeah. Yeah, we'll save here, why not? Alright, everyone wants me to save, so we'll save. Those big eyes.
God. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arms, just above the massive unyielding chain.
Also, I just noticed that, because I knew the finger that I was clicking around with was like a clawed hand, but yeah, look, I am a creature. I am a creature.
You cut into her flesh.
No, why are you hurting her, you monster? God damn it. I did what you guys wanted me to. Also, she is way too casual about this. I feel like I have made a mistake.
The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye.
How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it. Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Wait, that isn't fair. You can't just do that.
Watch me.
Hey!
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
The narrator's cheating. Yeah!
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect.
The Mice Man resub! The nightmare continues. Dude, over a year. Welcome, Mice Man, welcome. Thank you for the resubscription. I appreciate it. 13 fucking months. God damn. The nightmare continues. Welcome. I was, you know, Mice Man, we were just talking about you. Specifically you in a, you know, in a hot tub looking at AI rat balls, but, you know.
Stop it. Stop resisting me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck.
This is the end, isn't it?
I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
Yeah, chat. I hope it was worth it. Chapter 2.
You're on a path in the woods, and the end of that path is a cabin, and in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh, you bastards, you're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks.
But I died. What am I doing here?
Okay, now.
Has this already happened? I'm gonna need to...
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first time.
Yeah, okay, buddy. Voice of the skeptic. Now, don't forget what he did to us last time around. I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth. There's gotta be a way out of here for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying.
I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you too, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
Time to make the exact same decision each time until the narrator gets bored and gives up. Stanley Parable style, baby.
And as far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all this did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
The absolute irony. But that's one way to put it, I guess.
You really don't remember what happened last time, do you?
What happened last time, do you? You practically forced the princess to kill us.
That doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd do, which is honestly all the more reason for you to not buy into whatever self-delusions the three of you are crafting. But this is a thought experiment, so I suppose I'll continue to give you the benefit of the doubt. If I did practically force the princess to kill you, it was probably for a good reason. Did you try to free her? Did you say something really mean to me? Because if I really did what you said I did, you probably deserved it. I'm a professional, after all.
Sure you are.
Anyways, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's back where they started. This sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported into a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after, or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything just like I told you she would?
What a conveniently ambiguous group of things for her to ruin. For all we know, the princess left the cabin and never saw another soul.
Oh, how I wish that were the case. But if the princess weren't a certain inevitable threat to the world, the four of us wouldn't be here. And yet here we are.
The game reset, idiot. Come on, pay attention. Yeah, true.
You're talking in circles.
No, I'm talking in facts.
Oh yeah, well, you suck.
Oh yeah, well, you suck.
Let's talk about this princess. Proceed to the cabin, turn around and leave.
Just be quick about it.
The only reason she was even able to kill me last time was because I let her, and all she did was slit my throat. How's she supposed to end the world?
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that despite it all, you are fully up to the task that's been given to you.
You haven't given us an ounce of proof. You do know that, right?
What proof could you possibly ask for? Literally anything? Fine, check your pockets.
Check my pockets. The evidence.
You put your hands in your pockets and pull out an envelope with the words, "The evidence," written across the front.
The princess will end the world if you don't stop her. This is an immutable truth.
Within you find a note in your handwriting. It reads, "The princess will end the world if you don't stop her. This is an immutable truth."
Holy shit, it's the evidence. Well, shit, I'm convinced. Yeah, God, I love the narrator. Yeah, you know what, yeah. I mean, hell, it's the truth.
This doesn't prove anything. How do we know you didn't just forge our handwriting?
I wish I could tell you more, but there are some rules I have to follow for all of our sakes. Just please trust that these rules are in place for a reason. I'm on your side.
You mean you're on our side as long as we do what you tell us to?
Exactly, because you not doing what I tell you to means you're putting the world at risk. I think we've got everything out of him we're going to get. People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
If people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her? You being cagey.
Look, I'm not supposed to say this but it's because you're special. You are the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy if that helps, but it's just the way things are. Oh, I didn't know we were special. Of course you're special. Why else would you be here?
Ah, yes, right. We're here because we're special.
Look, you're annoyed that you're here. I get it. I'm also annoyed that I'm here, but we're all in this together, and we're dealing with a bit of a ticking clock right now. So please, just get to the cabin.
You're being cagey. What aren't you telling me?
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to trust me here.
I love how this all makes sense once you've completed the game. This is such a good game. I have a theory as to what's going on. I'm crafting something. I'm whipping up a little something in my head, but we'll see what comes to fruition. That's all.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Let's head on.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie. She will cheat. She will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink.
Did you just say wink out loud?
No, I didn't. Wink.
Just ignore this clown. Focus on the princess. The interior of the cabin is less cozy and woodland retreat, and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and the thick wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison.
This game feels hedgehog core. Yeah, actually, she was playing it. She wanted to play through it a little before she watched the VOD afterwards. So, yes, from her reaction to it, it is apparently very hedgecore, and she said I would like it. So, there's a lot of Goose Hand would like this game confirmation. Also, yes, the inside is different now, which is good to know. The only furniture of note is an iron table bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. He definitely did not. Does a mirror not count as furniture of note to you? Because it should. There isn't a mirror, there's a table. The blade sitting on the table and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. I think you know what we have to do. Yeah, why would you lie about that? Approach the mirror. You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. Wipe the mirror clean. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago. And now it's gone. And now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back. This whole cabin's different than last time. Very different. Yes, but why? Did he change it, or did it change all on its own? Maybe it's a different cabin entirely.
Now isn't that a novel thought? Maybe you haven't actually been here before. I hope this means you'll finally drop your ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. Don't get distracted by minor details.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table.
Good idea. Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Her text changed, by the way.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company. Does she remember us?
Oh. A lot of chains.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves, the chains binding both her wrists to the far wall joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. So much for cutting her out of here. Do you hear yourself right now? Cutting her out of here should have never been on the table. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where
Have you noticed the empty chain on a wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless. That was there last time too, wasn't it?
It was.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Well, yeah, it seems that we are now in a new place after we tried to free her with the one chain. And now they're just like, "Oh, we're going to lock her in a bunch of different ways so that you can't free her." It seems like the game is trying to actively prevent us from freeing her, which I think is funny. Let's sit with her.
You step forward. You step towards the princess, but she stops before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There is fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
No, sit where I was told to sit. I love that the camera just plops down slightly. Her eyes look different. Yeah, she didn't have the little white kind of pupil. They were just full spiral, I think, right? Maybe?
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now what are your intentions for me?
Gonna be honest, a single chain on her neck would have been enough to prevent the same outcome as last time. Yeah, that is true. It's a fair point.
I've been here before. My Lulu remembers that. What happened after I died last time?
I am curious about the other chain.
I don't know. You could always try it on. Maybe it'll fit.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
Them should leave you here. You're not much of a threat to anyone locked up like this. Bye. What would you have me do? What happened after I died last time? Let's see if she remembers.
Oh? Are we talking about that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game, but sure, I'll fill you in. Nothing happened. You died, I went upstairs, I couldn't leave. Found myself in a new place in chains again, more of them. And now you're back. Is that really all she knows?
It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work, and she's probably more even in the dark. She's probably even more in the dark than we are.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not. I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
I guess what you said back in the woods really was true. As much as I'd like to remain in denial, it's no use. This is complicated things.
It's complicated things how, exactly?
Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go in the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the princess, you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion.
In the process, sorry.
This situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency.
A contingency for what? Maybe she didn't show an emotional response to killing you due to this not being her first rodeo. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. I was wondering if the narrator's like, because he's like, oh, you're special. You're supposed to do this. But maybe there was like someone before us who was going through the loop and then like either stopped going through the loop or died or something like that. That's kind of my thought too. So I'm glad we're on the same page there.
For you failing, obviously, and you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else. I'm just going to make it worse. But good luck.
Now, hold on. If you knew this could happen, why didn't you believe us back in the woods? Why lay out all those hypotheticals? We didn't have to talk in circles.
I needed you to believe this was your first time here, even if that wasn't the truth. I hoped if I pushed back hard enough, I could cram this seeping mess back in the bottle.
Why didn't you believe us back in the advertisements? Oh, fuck. Fucking ads. Damn it. Alright, well, hold on, we have ads. I won't progress. I guess people can't hear me, so I'll just flash this real quick. Oh god, we're breaking the immersion. It's not a sketched image. Ah! I'm just gonna return to this. It's more in theme. Imagine having ads. Yeah, I don't have ads thanks to Darling Adra. Yeah, imagine having ads. This was brought to you by the subscription gang. We got Goose Wink, Goose Awooga, bunch of emotes in the chat here. We got some fucking... But so far, I'm already very intrigued. I will say that. I'm very intrigued. I've heard that the only thing that I know about this game, other than obviously like the very little bits that I've seen now and some of the art that I saw before, is that this game is very intricate not intricate, more so this game is very I don't know the right word for it. There's a lot of ways that it can, like, it's one of those branching path games, but it's one where like there's a lot of like systems in play. I don't know the best way to describe it. I'm trying to think of the best way to describe what I'm talking about.
those of you that have played the game probably already know what I mean, because, again, I haven't played it, so I don't know. I'm only going off of what people have told me. But, like, the little bits that I've heard about this game after finding out about it was like, oh yeah, this is one of those games where, like, the paths just kind of keep branching and kind of looping into each other and stuff like that. So it's like all of your decisions have weight in different ways and stuff like that. So it's interesting. I'm excited. I'm excited to give it a try. Yeah, and Adra's smiling maliciously in chat, so I know yeah, they know what I'm talking about. Oops. Oh, cool, I can just right-click to pull up that menu. That's fun.
And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative.
That's pathetic.
I never said I wasn't. I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself? At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that. Exactly. He gets it. You're lucky. So don't waste that luck by messing it up again, alright?
Moving on, why is it more important for us to be ignorant? How is that ever helpful to be in the dark?
The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that.
I won't.
Fine, but you won't get another word from me on the matter.
Yeah, sure, we'll see about that.
Just give it a rest. This isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming. You were asking about my intentions. What did you mean? What would you have me do? Slay the princess. Let me borrow that knife. Don't worry, you'll get it back.
That's ominous.
But she seems rather confident. Whatever it is she has planned, I think she knows what she's doing.
Oh, please, she's just putting on an act to disarm you. That much should be obvious. And in case you need to hear a voice of reason, it would obviously be unwise to give away your only weapon.
Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us.
So what should we do?
I don't know, I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons.
Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the world, and she might use it to kill you.
That doesn't sound great. What are the pros?
There are none.
The pros are that we can't trust him, probably more than we can't trust her. And whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways. I'm trusting you. I can get you out of here. I'm not giving you a weapon in case you've forgotten you killed me with it last time. You realize that I have as much reason to distrust you as you have to distrust me, right? I will explore this, though. I do. So I guess this all comes down to which of us caves first. It's not gonna be me. I'm extremely patient. It's probably better if we take action anyway. No use trying to wait her out, that's playing to her strengths. Well, these are explore, so it's gonna bring me back here, so you killed me last time. But sure, let's talk about what happened, because what happened is exactly my issue. Last time we met, your body tried to kill me. If you take a moment to imagine yourself in my position, I think you'll understand why letting you near me with that thing is untenable. So be a good bird and hand it over. And if being nice isn't enough motivation, well, I think you're aware that I'm not afraid to resort to violence. If you come near me with that thing, I will strangle you with these chains.
She doesn't beat around the bush, does she?
This is a real headache. Personally, I think I'd just leave. Yeah, listen, there's no harm to the world if she's down here. But there's also no harm to her if I leave. Leaving is the ultimate option. Sometimes the best way to... sometimes the only way to win the game is to not play, you know? It wasn't horny earlier, but now I don't know anymore. Yeah. Burb? Yeah, that is true. She said, be a good little bird, because we still don't know what kind of beast we are, but I'm assuming it's some kind of bird creature. Making her spend her life locked up down here is an injustice. That is true, but I can at least treat her as well as you can treat someone who is locked in a basement.
Yes, it's almost like she's a fundamentally bad person who wishes to inflict pain on others.
Nor it's another bluff. No hard feelings, of course, but you should be aware of my position.
I guess this is explore, so I can... I thought this was investigate this shackle, but it's an explore, so I guess I could look and see what it does.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
And why is that?
Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle, and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is?
And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it?
I don't know, maybe it will.
She doesn't... He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate.
But what if he's telling the truth?
He isn't.
I am.
Nah. Yeah, let's see what it does.
Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity. I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next.
What's that supposed to mean? It sounds bad. Is it bad?
Yes. It's bad.
Come out and say it. You're just wasting time.
Fine. As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp as if pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hands, snapping around your neck. And as if your first situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent skittering across the floor of the basement.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Are we stuck here now?
I got an achievement for that.
Yes.
Huh. So it does fit. And I guess it didn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny.
I guess it doesn't like your knife. It?
What are we supposed to do now? Can't even cut ourselves out. Guess we'll starve.
That's horrible.
That's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information.
Not to touch things we're specifically told not to touch.
No. But there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
Did you know? Yeah, did you know?
No.
Yeah, great. Yeah, did a bit of a fucky wucky, yeah. So we're both stuck here.
Yep.
What should we do?
Wait, I guess. Maybe something else will happen, maybe not. Not one for small talk, are you? Nope. That's rude. We wait in silence.
You and the princess wait in silence, though neither of you know what you're waiting for. But you're waiting for something. You're waiting for anything.
This is so boring. There must be something we can do to get out of here. Sorry, I need some water. The problem with the reading streams is that reading for hours is gonna fuck with my throat. There must be something we're missing.
But there isn't. Time passes. It passes and passes and passes, and the basement of the cabin remains much the same. It is cold and silent. At least the world is safe. It isn't. You're stuck too far away from the princess and your blade to do much of anything.
But she's not ending anything, she's just sitting there.
Her very existence is a threat. It harms everything around it.
How exactly does that work?
It just does. But your line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time, and after that, even more time passes again.
And let me guess, the cabin remains the same. If time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work.
I suppose you're correct. Things are changing. The differences are small at first, a bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there. But they get larger and larger.
Have you noticed the basement changing? I don't like small talk, remember?
Still rude. You continue to wait in silence, and the cabin continues to change. The decay comes faster now. You can see earth through the holes in the stonework.
Can watch lichen? Can watch lichens spread across the seams of the walls. That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happened to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode.
She hasn't starved.
I guess she hasn't. This game is so good. Yeah, no, I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. So you come here often? Yeah, what do you come here often over here? You know, the chains are close enough that, we could kiss.
Even more silent time passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement. Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid, covering the ground and threatening to swallow you both. Time continues to pass, and pass, and pass. Until suddenly there are no walls. And then...
I think he's gone. Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us. So this is the outside world. It's cold. The hands! What? But you don't get the chance to respond. Something has taken her away and left something else in her stead. She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try to find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now? The narrator's gone. I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror. If there's even a her to find anymore. You're right, she's gone. It's just us and that awful thing. I'm begging you, don't do this.
The mirror never scared you before.
It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger's holding me back. Fear. You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different.
Oh, they're just saying it. The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. Oh, I'm a weird... Sorry, have to like angle up a little because it's kind of dark. I'm a weird beastie boy. Huh. The creature. I just got a new mirror installed in my house, but all it reflected was the creature. You're alone in a place that is empty. It's quiet here. Whoa. Oh. You are at the cabin. Approach her. Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel. We got a lot of options. Attack the entity, destroy your body. What happens now? Do we know each other? Let's just go through some of these explorers. What are you? Is she using her stand? I am solitary light in an empty city. What are you? What do you mean? Thoughts without connections. A dim nascent? Well, I've never seen that word before. I wish to be more. I actually don't know what I am, literally. I think that you are like me. We are oceans reduced to shallow creeks. Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the world beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is cold and cynical. She has protected herself when others could not. She will make for a clever heart. Don't get all poetic on me. What's your genome? Do not mourn her. She doesn't need to be protected any longer. Is this the end of the world? How can the world have ended if we are talking? Let her out of there? I'm sorry, there are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. Man, there are so many jokes I could say if Mice Man was caught up to Edie Valley. You were on a straight line back to me, baby. I promise that it doesn't hurt. Do you know the narrator? You're the only thing I've ever known. Don't worry, Goose, we get the jokes. Yeah, I know the rest of you do. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us. Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here? I've only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free. I'm at first stroke of midnight right now, so pretty close to the end. Oh, rad. Rad. All right, yeah, you're pretty close. You got what? How many episodes left is that? That's like God. Okay, wait. First stroke of midnight was... Yeah, right after the clown walks in. Here, I have it pulled up now. I was just curious. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 episodes, including a Bake monologue. Yeah, you're pretty damn close. Good shit. Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I only know that they are.
Are you the princess?
She's a part of me, and part of me is her.
But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Also, do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope, as I witness you.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her able to do it. Bring me more perspectives so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Interesting. Okay, so each of these, like, timelines that we're living through are different perspectives that are formulating the full whole that is this being in front of us or whatever. Huh. Alright. I was sent to slay the princess stop from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
And what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
How many more pieces do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
I really appreciate the aesthetic of the arms puppeting this body. Yeah, I didn't point it out, but 100%. The fact that the arms are just grabbing and, like, moving the head and arms and, like, torso is really, really well done. And I really like it. It's such a good detail. Also, the fact that she is still chained, even though there is nothing around her. She is still... these chains are gone, quote-unquote, because of the hands, but, like, there's still this chain, too, which I thought was a cool little, like, touch, because she's still bound by something, whatever it may be. She's chained to the entity. Yeah, right? Like, that kind of thing. But also, you know, other than literally the fact that I am a hand, I love the aesthetic of, like, the billion hands and stuff like that. Or, like, you know, when it comes to some kind of entity having, like, a lot of hands and stuff. It's always been a, it's many hands, many eyes, and many mouths have always been, like, my key aesthetic things for how to make cool otherworldly creatures. The artist unquestionably went with this design just to flex their ability to draw good-looking hands. That is true. There's not a single one of these hands that is poorly drawn, which is very impressive, I will say that. How much will I forget?
Everything. Until we meet again.
Aren't you scared I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I'm not afraid to die.
I guess we jump back in then.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Chapter 1. Oh! Bring the prisoner to her. The real Slay the Princess starts here. You'll know when you see it. I'm getting a bunch of achievements. Great, well the game starts proper, like Idris said.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin, and in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
You can skip previously seen dialogue by hitting tab on your keyboard. Thank you. I'll read it through the first time just because we've done the loop. It's thematic that way. What are you talking about? So I didn't explore a lot of these things the first time. Oh, you know what? I will save here. By the way. The end of the world, what are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Killing a princess seems kind of bad. Let's just turn around and leave. I didn't say this one last time.
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you suggest to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality does not matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched, and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
She has been chained by the creature. The creature. The other thing that's interesting too, and I don't know if this is the direction to take it, it's just as I think about kind of theories for a game like this, could it also be that the narrate, because obviously when she gets freed from the cabin, she rejoins that whatever entity that she is from, and then the world ends because it restarts. So if the narrator obviously knows more than he says, but are those things connected, or are they just circumstantially the same because it's a game, right? I'm curious about if what the narrator means by the world ending is the resets happening. And so he's trying to, like, prevent the game, quote unquote, from resetting. I don't know. Yeah, fuck off.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Quietly continues down the path away from the cabin. I'm actually pretty okay with the world ending. I relish the coming of a new dawn beyond our own. Gonna walk in the opposite direction. The only thing that matters is where I'm not going. The cabin. I'm not going to the cabin. Yes, I definitely know where I'm going. I'm just gonna ignore the game.
Fine, I suppose you quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it.
Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Alright, game. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can be saved after all.
Turn around again and leave again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like dies forever.
Good, maybe everyone should die. It's what they get for dumping me in the woods and asking me to kill someone for them. You're not emotionally blackmailing me into doing this. Nope, just gonna keep ignoring him.
Your silence is deafening. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
There's no fighting this, is there? Oh yeah? Well, I guess I start walking in a different direction. Again. In fact, I'm going to keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out.
And here we go. As you trudge through the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it flickers out of the corner of your eye, glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of the light. In every
Oh God!
In every direction there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be. Wait, what's going on? But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you?
That's a lot of princesses. Whole lot of cabins. I love this. I'm gonna go every direction. Oh yeah, well every direction has a cabin. So fuck you.
It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility. Because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world. You've doomed us all. You know that, right? But of course you do, otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of the time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends, and everyone dies.
The stranger. You're on a path to the woods. Okay. I can't skip. It says skipping text you've already seen, but I can't, even though I've already seen this. I'm getting a sense of deja vu. Oh, there's walls. There are walls. Those walls weren't here last time. You can't just force me to go into the cabin.
What are you talking about? I'm sure those walls have always been there. It makes sense if you think about it. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost. Or heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess.
If he doesn't remember what happened, maybe... No, he totally does. Voice of the contrarian. I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience. He might have walled off everything but the path to the cabin, but I'm sure there's plenty other ways we could ruin his day.
If by ruining my day you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you can pull that off.
The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky.
This is the worst DM ever. Talk about railroading. True, but we are playing, he is playing with the worst player ever, which is going to entirely go against the grain and be a contrarian, so, you know.
The world hasn't ended yet, and you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices in the back of your mind and stay focused on the task at hand.
I can't run away from the cabin, then I'm just staying here in the woods forever.
Oh, that's clever. A little boring, though.
It's extremely boring.
Can we really do that? Can we really just do nothing?
No, you can't just do nothing. You have to do something.
All right, so it's decided. Even if it's boring, we're going to do nothing forever.
Congratulations, you continue to waste everyone's time and do nothing. Wait, can you still hear me? Everything's getting fuzzy.
What is that weird feeling? It's like I'm barely even here anymore.
Well, it's nothing, that's for sure. Well, it's not nothing, that's for sure. Does this mean we messed up? The world around you is unwound, its physical matter replaced by textured nothing.
You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Memory returns. There's a distant rumbling, a sound of many sounds. Undulations pulse louder as something other comes close. You already know what dwells in the empty spaces. Feelers probe across the fabric of reality. Extremities find your consciousness and wrap themselves around it. You are no longer alone. Confusion. Why are you here? I am unfinished. Resistance. Fingers drag claws across the glass surface of your soul. Frustration. This vessel is full of you. It is useless to us if it doesn't bring us more gifts. Force pushing against your will. No, you cannot go back. Not there. Regret. The world is broken beyond repair. We must weave something new. A wagging finger. There's only so much thread in this place. Do not waste it. I am our only salvation. Denial. Return to your destined path or face the consequences. Wow, okay, great. Alright, we're just gonna kill her this time. Go in there and slay that princess. Take the blade. Enter the basement. I said slay, not lay. Dude, I'm gonna go in there and lay the princess. Let's go. Cool. We're just gonna walk right up to her.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh, no talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. Sure, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Yeah, also notice that the other chain is not actually here. There's no shackle, I mean. The chain is here.
Slay the princess. You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade, already sinking deep in her heart.
Oh. This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder. Do you actually believe this was enough to kill me? It's like she's convinced she can't die.
Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stops breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face.
But is it over?
Really over?
Okay. They point out specifically she believes she will survive, but also when we got reset, it was because she believes, it's because we let her, and she believes that we forget everything and reset or something like that. So it seems like ultimately she does have all the power in this kind of scenario. Of course not. Yeah, it was way too easy. I feel like she has some kind of trick up her sleeve. Yeah.
It's over. You could check her sleeves if you want, but I can assure you there's nothing hidden up there.
Very funny, narrator. Very funny.
We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse? I really don't think you should do that.
And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us?
I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There is no coming back from that.
So by checking for a pulse, it gives her the opportunity to still be alive.
is my guess. But yeah, I will remove the blade.
You lean down and wrap your hand around the blade's hilt. But as you begin to slide it out of its resting place, you feel a sharp and sudden jab in your side.
What was that?
Because you believe that she can be alive? Yes, exactly. I think that's kind of it.
I guess I won't be dying alone after all. Quick, let's get out of here.
Oh. Now I'm curious as to what other princesses you're gonna get. Yeah, every princess is a unique princess, you know. They're all just fragments of the big entity. Smile.
It's too late for that now. You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded princess twists a blade of her own deeper between your ribs. As you fall, she falls with you, exhausted by the effort, the little life that was left in her eyes fading rapidly.
An eye for an eye. A life for a life. I guess we're even now.
Every copy of Slay the Princess is personalized. Yeah. Dying together? How romantic. Yeah, this is a love story, you know. Yeah, see, Aedra says it.
See you around.
You were so close. Why did you hesitate?
It doesn't matter. At least you managed to take it with you. Well, I didn't hesitate. I just removed the blade so that if she was alive, I could... But again, I removed the blade so that I had it on me in case she was alive, but because I believed she could be alive, she was alive.
For whatever that's worth.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 2. The Razor. This is a different chapter. Because before it was the prisoner. But I guess because we're getting a different princess, therefore it's a unique... Okay, interesting. I like this format a lot.
You're on a path in the woods.
Am I not allowed to skip this? I feel like we did this already. You're the Slayer. I guess I can't skip this part. But I already slew the princess.
I can assure you that you didn't slay her and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time.
It's because it's a new chapter too. Oh, okay, so even though the text is the same, because it's a new... Like, if I accidentally do this chapter again and end up on the Razor, I can skip the Razor text. Okay, good to know.
If he doesn't remember what happened, maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Voice of the cheated. This old thing's a crock of shit. She's just gonna pull a knife out of nowhere and stab us again.
Stabbed to death? Well, you don't have to worry about that. The princess is unarmed.
Yeah, it's exactly what you told us last time. You said the whole thing would be easy, but after we sank our blade into her heart, she got up and started stabbing us.
Calm down, I assure you. She has no weapons, so there's no reason to fear her. You were made for this job. You'll do just fine.
You got a lot of voices in your head. It's true. And I'm going to struggle to find a slightly unique voice for all of them. Assume I'm telling the truth. Proceed to the cabin. Well, I guess let's find out what's different. Warning before you go any further. He couldn't be more on the money. But we're really doing this, aren't we? I'd say you're lost, but I'm stuck here with you.
We know what to look out for this time. We know to be careful.
Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
Uh-oh.
The interior of the cabin is a jagged mess of warped wood and broken boards, their splintered edges and uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
But the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It is a wall. There isn't much to see here.
It will be a mirror once... Oh, yeah.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. At least it will be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Nope, but it's just the wall.
And now it's gone. Yet another thing in here playing tricks on us. I hate this place.
Well, let's take the blade and swing on down.
Feels a bit better to have a weapon in her hands. Let's make her hurt for what she's done to us.
I'm curious if you'll get the princess that gives you every voice. Oh, great. God, I hope so. Yeah, it'll be fun to have to recall them all and then try to do them all one after another.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what must have once been stairs. The fractured slats looked as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall. The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood, and you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
That's right. Scraping. I told you she has something. I told you.
That sound could be anything. Probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I'm begging you to get out of your head. Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever. There's something so wrong about that voice.
Yeah, she thinks she's better than us. Like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time.
Huh. As you descend to the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room.
I wonder if she remembers us. Finally, somebody. Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Come on now, we're not falling for that. She's trying to trick us. But she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close to let our guard down.
If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed, after all.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
I know you have a knife.
A knife? What are you talking about? I don't have a knife. Where would I keep a knife?
Her hands are behind her back for no reason at all. Yeah, not at all.
And why would I stab you to death? I don't know you. You haven't given me a reason to stab you to death. It would be so silly of me to cut you open and look at your insides.
That's a crazy statement. And with the sweat marks on your fucking face. Okay, I could have sworn we didn't mention stabbing anyone to death.
It sounds like she's really out for blood. Fortunately for you, she isn't armed.
Prove it then. Prove you don't have a knife.
It would be so much easier to prove that I do have a sharp object. I could just show it to you. But I don't have one, so I can't.
The princess smiles as she pulls her hands out from behind her back.
But look at this. Hands. Hands that don't have anything in them to stab you with.
She smiles and stretches into an even wider grin as she shakes her sleeves.
And empty sleeves, too. Look how few stabbing implements I have. It's practically zero.
What if you're just hiding it somewhere secret?
I've shown you all my hiding spots. What kind of princess do you think I am? I would never hide something sharp somewhere secret. Wait, that sounds like I'm lying, but I'm actually not. My secret zones are for me only. They have nothing to do with you or my intention to not stab you to death the second you get close to me.
Her smile drops for a moment, her expression sharp and flat.
I assure you, there's nothing hidden there. I'm inclined to believe her on that one. She seems serious.
Of course, but that doesn't mean she doesn't have something hidden somewhere. We know for a fact she's armed. We killed each other last time. I'd rather not do that again. Look, I know you're mad at me, but I think we both just need to let bygones be bygones. What happened after you died last time? What if we're both honest with each other? I was sending you to stop you from ending the world, and you killed me last time after... Yeah, you know what? Let's just be honest.
That doesn't sound like me.
Last time, what are you talking about?
It's like the two of you are working together on this. Aren't you listening to her? She obviously lying through her teeth. I'm terrible at spotting liars, and even I could tell something's up here. We can't be the only ones who loop back to the start. Someone else has to remember, right? I asked the man behind the door if he was going to stab me, almost joking. He paused for a moment, then asked what stabbing is. I explained it as using a sharp tool to hurt someone. He laughed, relieved. Said I didn't have to worry. All of his tools were very blunt. I opened the door. It was the creature.
Yes, something is obviously up, and we can tell that she's lying. But the thing she's lying about is how dangerous she is, not dimension hopping or time travel or whatever it is you think you're doing.
We killed each other last time. I'm not allowed to do that again. But if we killed each other, then why are we here right now? Both of us normal and unstabbed. I have absolutely zero doubts that she's going to stab us if we get close to her. She certainly feels threatening.
Just because she's acting like she's going to stab you doesn't mean she has the means to actually do it. But you know who is armed? You. So stop second-guessing yourself and do your job.
But I'm nervous.
All the more reason to jump into the deep end and deal with her right now before you waste any more time getting stuck in your head.
Okay, what are you gonna do if I let you out? All sorts of things, which is why I think it's a great idea. I would love to not be chained up down here. Being chained up is boring, and I crave fresh and new activities to broaden my horizons.
Please don't let her out of here.
Not with that chat GPT-ass response. There's no fucking way I'm letting her out now.
Believe it or not, I actually think I'm with him on this.
Okay, but what if all this is just a misunderstanding? There has to be room for this to be a misunderstanding.
Screw it. The princess falls silent.
Yeah, look, her eyes are different again. Oh, also, I just noticed her tiara is changing each time. That's not the same as it was before. I specifically remembered that it was a bunch of, like, curvy, like, almost interlapping lines. So they are slightly different each time.
The princess falls silent, her smile unwavering as you charge across the room.
Okay, she hasn't pulled a knife out yet, and her hands are still behind her back. I think we can do this. I think we can win. We just have to strike now, but make sure you keep your eyes on those hands. Don't trust her for a second.
But your focus is broken by the horrible sound of metal slicing through meat.
Whose meat? Not ours, right?
Hers at first, then yours.
How? What did she even hit us with? Meat? Mice Man? Meat verse? Red Side Stories? Reference? Meat mentioned.
You stare down at your chest and at the long, thin blade she impaled you with. And then at the red, angry slit across the flesh of her thigh, where the blade had been nestled just a moment ago. It's still lodged in her leg, emerging from her knee, holding up and out of her body like some extra metallic limb.
Bullshit! Absolute bullshit! You're going to die now.
With a twist of her knee and a painful squelch, she does just that. Everything goes dark. And you die.
Ooh, a chapter 3. That was fucking sick, holy shit. Yo, the sword leg. I agree, this is BS. Yeah, fucking BS. No, fuck that. If we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in the goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin.
Your what? The interior of the cabin is a sharp, constricting mess of curved and battered sheet metal pushing you to... Wait, excuse... What just happened? What did you just do?
I feel dizzy.
Oh, I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now?
Voice of the hunted.
God, I don't have another voice at the ready.
The circle's getting smaller and smaller.
The circle is getting smaller and smaller. Running isn't an option anymore. We have to fight.
I don't know why he's... Fuck it. I don't know why he's Russian. We're doing it. We're coming up with voices on the fly here. Voice of the stubborn. God, did I get the one with all the voices? Did I actually? Because we have so many now. Good. It's better that way. Without a fight, no one can win. And if no one can win, then nothing has any meaning.
Great, so obviously you've already been here how many times?
This is our third?
No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realize that every time you fail, she escapes and the entire world is damned to destruction, right?
If you did, I'm not familiar with this way of getting it. Interesting, I guess we'll find out.
That can't be right. It's too much responsibility.
Nah, impossibly high stakes make the fight so much better.
Let's just stay focused, shall we? The only furniture of note is the bent metal table, a pristine blade.
We take it. There are a lot of endings. Yeah, I bet there are.
Okay, sure. You take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. This feels right. We just have to keep our senses sharp.
That's right, we gotta be able to win eventually. We will win eventually. Hell, we might even win now.
That's the fighting spirit I like to see. You can all learn a thing or two from this one.
I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there?
You walk through the door. You do know what doors are, right?
But there isn't a door, it's just that mirror again.
There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't see reality anymore. I can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel. You might be right. Could be a trick, if our other senses...
Now I'm not even Russian anymore, I'm fucking Transylvanian. I don't fucking...
Could be a trick. If our other senses can't feel it, then we can't trust it.
If it's in our way, let's just break it and move on.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open it.
Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess.
You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. It creaks open.
And the mirror is gone. How surprising.
It was never there. Just an illusion.
Let's just get to the princess already. I don't care about the I didn't care about the mirror before, and I care about it even less now.
I guess it's time for us to see her again.
Just stay focused and you'll be fine. You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They're smooth and flat and metallic. An unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom. Your body tumbles onto the basement floor and the form of the princess comes into view, smiling at a distance. She gives you a wry smile.
Hi. Looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore. But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun. She's got another thing coming if she thinks we're going down easy again.
Pride makes us dead. The only thing that matters is survival.
Actually, does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad's come of it. We just need to find a way to win once. damn, look at those sharp edges on her. I know, her edges are getting sharper. Look at those shoulders. Pointy-ass shoulders. Nothing bad has come of it yet.
Plenty of bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin the people there mattered. The past isn't real. There's only here and now.
Oh, God. Take an eye out with them shoulders. Take an eye out with those arm blades.
Your internal bickering is cut short by the wet sound of slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbow like torn sleeves. The chains clatter to the floor.
Hell yes, that's awesome. Yeah, this is rad as fuck.
She's loose. And she's coming for you.
You're gonna make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Shit, she's coming for us and I'm out of ideas. We're gonna fight her if we have to be a stip, and we're gonna have a stiff upper lip about it. She can't hurt us if we don't let ourselves feel it. We're going to appeal to her authority. Puff her up a bit. There's no reason we can't talk this out. We're going to unconditionally surrender. Oh, that's easy. I'm gonna try flirt. She has swords for arms and we don't. We're panicking. She wins by killing us, right? So let's beat her to it. All these ideas suck. Think of something better. Yeah, come on. I have to do it.
Now, I've tolerated quite a bit from you, but this is a bridge too far. Please do not try romancing the princess. She wants to kill you. She's going to end the world if you don't stop her.
Yeah, do we have to flirt with the murderous monster?
I'd rather not.
I'm into it. Or no, it's stubbornness. I'm into it. Let her. Exact approach. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. We are flirting the knife princess. Stubborn is me. Yeah, stubborn is just madam. Nah, I'm into it. I can't say I mind either. If it weren't for all the cheating, I'd say she's pretty cute. Can we flirt by fighting her, though? I know you want to kill me, but has anyone ever controls you? I feel like I really get you. I like you, romantically even. Maybe we can hash this out over a date. How about you buy me dinner before impaling me to death? Give her the look. Hold on, I need to give her the look. Dude, we gotta hit her with the smolder. Fuckers with blue eyes be like. Hit her with the... Yeah, listen, I was gonna say let's hash this out over a date. I gotta give her the look. The look?
The look. We've all used it.
Yeah, but... Yeah, do you not know about the look?
The look, eh? So we're getting serious about this.
You flash the princess the look. And a rosy blush flushes the princess's cheeks as she breaks into a wide grin. Unbelievable!
Oh, is that how it is? Yeah, okay, I feel that. I like you too. Neat.
I'll be damned, this is actually gonna work, isn't it?
Still going to kill you, but now we can both enjoy a mutual romantic subtext to the murder.
Or not.
Oh, I like her. I like her a lot.
Blush still glowing on her cheeks, the princess closes the distance between you, blades flashing. She skewers you.
Ow.
Oh damn, the perfect death. Hell yeah, mutual romantic subtext to the murder. Voice of the smitten.
What worthwhile romance doesn't hurt at least a little bit? What matters is that she likes us. She even said as much.
Oh, a new one of us. I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die? You're on...
No. You're in... Where the hell are you?
I don't know if I like that we died without us even noticing. This really, really blurs some lines that I prefer not to be blurred. Are we still dead? Are we alive again? How are we even supposed to know the difference? Also, for those that want to, go through this route yourself with the voice volume turned on, because that line is amazing. Yeah, by the way, again, like I said at the beginning of the stream, but there's more people now. I'm just voicing it for stream's sake to kind of give me something to do, so it's not just me kind of sitting here silently reacting to the game dialogue. But, I very much intend to, at the very minimum, watch a playthrough with some of the voice stuff, but I definitely want to maybe play it through again a little with some of the voice stuff on. But all of you that haven't experienced it, please go buy this game. This game is very, very cool. I am immediately hooked. I'm super into it. Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead.
This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here? This is 4. No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances.
Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's gotta be a point where it makes us better than her. We don't need any other voices chattering about in here. It'll just confuse us. All we need is to keep fighting. You're the one that got me stuck on Inscryption. It's worth following you down this rabbit hole too. Yeah, no, you know what? I'm here with you. Let's do it. You and I are gonna jump down this rabbit hole into multi-princessdom, and we're gonna find out what this is all about. Yeah, I'll pass on that.
As long as we keep moving.
We'll win her heart eventually. Come on. Show me something new.
We're gonna fight her again. We're gonna have a stiff upper lip about it. She has swords, we're panicking. She wins by killing us, right? So let's beat her to it.
It doesn't work, and she kills you again.
And again, and again, and again. Your memory blurs as your consciousness leaps from life to life to life, holding only snippets of the conflict that transpires. And then you skewer yourself.
I thought we both understood that dying doesn't get you anywhere.
There's the contrarian. Ah, that didn't do much of anything. We're tougher than I thought. Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps.
What's the point? It's all the same. She skewers you.
Oh, don't give up on me just yet. You gotta keep going.
Did you see that? We almost had her.
That was luck.
But we only have to get lucky once. We're going to fight her again. We have to have a stiff eyebrows raise. Upper lip. Eyebrows lower. Just panic! Flee!
She skewers you.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
Doesn't matter how many times this takes. We can't give up.
Okay, let's go again.
She's going to kill this body either way, so stop feeling what it feels. She skewers you.
Ooh, not bad. Real tough.
See, we're getting better.
Okay, yeah, that was a good one.
Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm sure she'll listen to reason.
She skewers you.
I think this is the one where you get all the voices. It seems to be what's happening. Did I do it? Did I manage? We're getting close to something. Can you feel it? One last time.
You're right. One last time. It's all we need.
None of this is working. Think.
She skewers you. And then everything goes dark. And you die.
Never mind. I guess I'm dead. Nope. Chapter 4. Mutually assured destruction. You're on a... Don't lose your head. We're in a cabin. We'll take it from here.
Everything feels like it finally fits, doesn't it? We're up here, which is different. And different is good. Our only steel claws already in our hand.
Oh, what if we throw it out the window? Over my dead body.
That wouldn't be very hard. We've died a lot, but I can't say I mind anymore.
Besides, what better way to die so very many times than at the sharp hands of a beautiful woman? I'm sure I can think of a better way to die.
Yeah, they're all the same, really.
So true, Smitten, says Gerbil. Honestly, so true. How about we stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want us to accidentally manifest anything.
The only thing we're gonna manifest is finally ending up on top.
There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been in here? This isn't good.
How about you stick to describing things and we'll stick to doing them? Yeah, leave it to the pros. We'll notch up that win in no time. Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover.
Oh, I think this is that ending. Let's go, dude. We manifested it to happen. Let's go. On top, huh? Yeah, don't worry. We'll be on top, everyone.
Fine by me. You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs only...
Fuck, wait, it's just skipping. Fine, something.
Fine, I'll shut up and speed this whole thing along. Are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs or the room or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this.
Don't care, just want to win.
Fine, you make your way to the basement where the princess awaits you.
You know, this last time I killed you and you didn't pop right back up again. I thought I'd actually done it. Thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together. But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even, I like that. I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it? I'm not gonna wait for an answer, I'm just gonna show you. It's worth it though, just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm gonna do it right now.
Are you going to say what she does? Oh, do you want me to talk now?
Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing.
Yeah, me too. I think I speak for all of us when I say we would like to hear you describe her new thing.
Really? Okay, then.
Here we go, now.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
The princess's skin twists, splitting into red blooms of raw meat as it stretches and tears, and then it erupts. She becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades. A heart beats furiously in a cage of a chest.
Somehow she is even more attractive, says Madam. God damn it. All of chat right now. Chat, I think I'm in love. Yeah, we can totally make this work. I like how at the beginning, all of you were like, no, there's nothing horny about it. No, there's nothing horny about it. I can fix her. God damn it, chat. Why fix her? I want her to break me, says Adra. The blood and viscera really ties the room together. It's not horny, I just really like edgy characters. Heh, edgy. Great. I can make her worse. You know what? Let's make each other worse. I feel like that's the relationship we have.
Are you ready for what happens next?
Well, happens is not a word in that sentence.
Holy shit. She's gorgeous, absolutely smitten, divine.
Absolutely divine. Smitten is just you guys. Smitten is chat. Yes, behold the perfect woman. And stubborn is my madam. We already knew this.
You think I can throw her out a window?
That looked painful.
How is she still alive?
Heart still bleeding, that's all she needs.
This is fake. This is all fake. It's all just made up. She doesn't have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it?
This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing.
We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it. Oh god, there's still voices. Empty your mind. What just happened? It's so quiet. Him too.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
You do not act, and yet through that inaction, your body moves on its own. The princess strikes as you approach, but as her blow finishes its arc, you're already somewhere else.
You're incredible.
Your weapons clash again and again, you and her entering a rhythm free of thought and free of self. There is only the dance, the ebb and flow, the shifting of the tides back and forth between you. The deeper you fall in your play, the faster your hearts pound, and the faster the momentum volleys between you. And this, I'm sorry, these fonts are really bad for my dyslexia. I'm like really struggling with the white on the white and the kind of chalky, crunchy text. And endlessly building crescendo, and then an opening. Your blade strikes free of volition, and her strikes too. Water and steel, master yourself and vanquish a sharp foe. Both strikes are lethal. Neither of you will survive, but neither of you fear what's to come. This is a good ending. Hey, the hands getter. You do not get to see each other die, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns. You do so. Silent as you reach towards the glass. It's time for you to see what in it. You've grown. What? Where have I grown? It looks about the same, but maybe it's not talking physically. I don't know. I was wondering if there's going to be a physical difference. Do you want the voice of the smitten by himself? It's as bad as you think he is. What do you mean? Oh, like that he's just a head over heels? Just complete like, oh, she's so beautiful kind of thing. Is that what you mean? Voice of the smitten. Heck yeah, I've grown. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You are at the cabin. Man, these hands are gonna get real cut up if they're puppeting these swords.
When I found you in the long quiet alone, I was terrified. What if you had decided to let me wither? But your commitment now is final. Your ability to walk the path of mutual annihilation has vanished with your return. If you still wish to obliterate me, it will have to wait until I am complete. Flickering lights and empty cityscapes becomes pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again. Got a lot of options. What does it feel like to change when this is all done? Let's just go down some of the options. Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed? Is a child the same as an infant? I'm an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gifts fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same. Everything you say feels like a riddle. I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions. The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
What does it feel like to change?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need be. This is the only path forward.
What do you want to do when it's all said and done?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed, but in this moment all I want is to know myself and to know you.
That is true. They've been very kind to me.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right?
There is still much to be seen. Neither of us know the depth of our being. Perhaps at the end of this, I will be the one to kill you. Or perhaps we will leave this place together and find new horizons to discover.
What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is seeing what you chose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse things will be. No, what do you feel about me? These vessels I've been bringing you, I've hurt them.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives, they are not me. The wounds they suffered carved texture around my heart. Without them I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I would not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
Okay. I could attack the entity or kill myself. Those are options. I don't know if I want to do them, though. I'm ready to go back. You know what? I'm going to save here, actually. And then I'm going to go back. How long have we been streaming? 2.5? But yeah, if you want other routes, try not taking the knife. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do. That was kind of my next thought, was that I was taking the knife every time, and it was kind of always pushing me to violence. So I think not taking the knife might stray away from that. I don't know. I don't know. But with that being said, I think this is a good place to stop right before I go back. Yeah, I think so. I think this is where we call it. I will be continuing this, though. I am having such a good time with it. It's super intriguing. I love the art. I love the storytelling. I'm really here for it. So I think I'm just going to keep streaming this for a little bit. And then maybe after this, we'll do Hi-Fi Rush. Or maybe I'll throw another Balashro stream in there. Listen, I'm addicted, okay? I'm addicted. It's fine. It's fine. Thanks for streaming. I'm heavily considering buying this game. 100% do. Hold on. Let me check something real quick. Yeah, this game's $18, but right now it's on a sale for essentially 15. That sale ends April 8th for VOD watchers if you're watching this a little later. But like, but yeah, it's $15 right now. There we go. I'm going to, can I leave? How do I leave? Yeah, quit. Here, we're gonna move back here. But it's 100%. It's $15. Highly, highly recommend picking it up. It's apparently it's got so much to it. So many directions you can go, and I'm really excited to explore. I don't even know if I'll be able to explore all of them on stream in a timely manner, but like, I definitely want to look. Yeah, in this 3-hour stream, I've got 7 out of 97 achievements. Also, the devs are planning on adding 25% more content later in the year. Yeah, so when I was downloading this last night, I saw there was an update. So I was like, oh, there's a content update. And they were just like, hey, we're just going to add a shit ton of stuff. So the fact that they're just adding it, first of all, for free, but second of all, just throwing in even more content that's already in there. Like, good for them. It's really cool. Why would I when I could simply watch the Henad? That is true. Ultimately, like we talked about in the corridor, by streaming this, I'm ultimately potentially taking away, you know, players from it. But I mean, if you really like this game, and this game seems really up your alley and it's something that you're going to explore, I recommend just paying, first of all, just to support the devs, right? With the gaming industry, kind of supporting indie devs however we can, right? But the second thing more specifically is that, like I said, this game is very expansive and they're about to add more. I don't think there's a single shot that I experienced this entire game on stream, at least right away. So if you're really feeling like you want to see the rest of this game, definitely give it a buy. Give it a buy and try it out. And again, my decisions will be different than your decisions. So see what path the game takes you down that will be different than mine. Would you like minor spoilers, aka how many routes you have to do? Yes, actually, I was going to ask you that off stream, but since you're offering here, yes, I'm very curious how many routes there are, to see if I, like, to gauge how much of it I should, you know, stream, and how many streams that might take. 5 routes for the main ending. Okay, so if I do 5 full routes like I did now, yeah, I've already gotten 2, yeah. So the main ending is after essentially 3 more runs, which probably is like next stream, if I stream for a tiny bit longer, because I got 2, but also that doesn't count the entire beginning part. So okay. Yeah, so we'll see. Once I do the main ending, we'll see if I, quote-unquote, stop. Because obviously I'll keep playing off-stream, but I just mean, like, if we'll try the main ending, and then if I stop there for streaming, then that'll be, like, a potentially good stopping point. Or we'll see how I'm feeling and how much more there is, because then I might just keep going, because, again, I'm into it. So, all routes go to the main ending, too. Okay, good. Good. All right. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in to Slay the Princess. Quite the interesting little gem we've got ourselves here. And again, obviously I liked the art style enough to fully animate Goose Hand in it. But like, I really like the art style and the art direction of this game. The concepts they play with are really interesting. Again, the fact that you start noticing these subtle differences, like, oh, the princesses don't look the same every time. Oh, like, I'm noticing these changes in the environment and the princess, and maybe we're not in the same world each time after all. I still can't believe you stumbled into the all voices route. Dude, honestly, you mentioned it, and then I just started seeing them talk, and I'm like, did I do it? Did I manage to somehow make it? So, no, it's pretty funny. But yeah, anyway, thank you everyone for tuning in. I will see you all next week with some more of this. And take care, everyone. Remember, this was a love story.